as his guys will get the football back. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Throwing is Rodgers. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Gates has it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Rodgers now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that's complete to Gates. And he's brought down. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Adrian Peterson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And his kick is good. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down. And quickly, they get to the line. On second down, here's Newton. And his throw here's incomplete. Adrian Peterson was the intended target. And they're going to have a third down. And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. From the gun on third down, Newton. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Hitting the home stretch here in a great game, a tie game. Let's see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back. Now a first down throw for Newton. His throw incomplete. Brian Quick, the intended target. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Newton again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Bryant spread out to the right. Now it's Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Des Bryant, 36 yards. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead.
And there's the go-ahead touchdown, and so likely will kick an extra point. But to me, I'm looking forward. Special teams now with your kickoff, and then your defense, that's where the pressure shifts.
Yeah, because there's plenty of time left on that clock. Anytime you're over a minute in the NFL, there's a chance. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. They find some open field here. Devin Hester's going to go, and he's going to score. Oh, my goodness, he returns it all the way.
Brought it all the way to back.
Game is tied. A big-time fourth-quarter return for a touchdown to tie this game. Now the PAT obviously would give them the lead.
And as we know, it's no longer a gimme since they changed the rules a couple of seasons ago.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, the spin. And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead. They had just lost the lead. That deficit sure didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the thunderbolt that just came out of that one that puts them in the end zone and back in the lead. Your only question, your defense just gave up a score that put you behind. Will that score you just added on the board, will it energize them? Or do they have to go back out there and they're a tired unit? We'll soon see.
Cam looking to throw, and he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week.
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 49 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And they're going to speed things up here. Simple slant route and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Peterson alone in the backfield. He's back to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Now Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the offense puts the ball on the ground, but they pick it back up. Now they face a 3rd down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And that is incomplete.
Receivers work all the time on making sure they catch the ball, haul it into their bodies before they turn and run. A little bit of loss of focus on that play.
They'll try and keep this away from Hester as this is going toward the sideline. And where did this one go out? Now they'll start with good field position, 45-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker. They already know the distance that he feels comfortable. That'll dictate what they do on offense.
See if they can get in his range. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Back to throw. Rodgers. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So it's not quite over yet, but you have to figure they pretty well got this one on ice now.
And, Brandon, I can't help but marvel at how calm these field goal kickers seem to be in situations like this. You know I'm shaking up here like a leaf, and I don't have to kick it.
And just a heck of a final drive that you and I just got to witness.
We got to see calm, cool, and collected in action, didn't we? That allowed them to go down the field and score the game-winning points.